Welcome to another episode of Jim Merritt's Indiana. Today we're going to be talking about the Indianapolis Children's Choir and Josh Petty. Josh, I am so inspired by the Indianapolis Children's Choir. Tell me about yourself. Tell me what the history behind the organization, and tell me what is everybody welcome?
Yeah. So a little bit about me. Went to Butler University, called a double dog. I have my bachelor's and master's from there. That's how I actually discovered the Indianapolis Children's Choir. I was not in a children's choir before that. Live here in central Indiana, live up in Carmel with my wife Laura. I got 3 kids, Annabelle, Grayson, and Savannah, and the older 2 are in the Indianapolis Children's Choir.
Terrific.
So, we totally believe in it, and actually I met my wife working at the Children's Choir.
Well, how did Indianapolis get the opportunity to host such a great organization?
Yeah, so it started 36 years ago. Henry Leck, our founder, was asked to host the Chicago Children's Choir. They were coming through to sing. And so, again, before time of YouTube and all of that, and online resources, he actually had to go up and do some work in Chicago. So he went to see the Chicago Children's Choir, and they met in an impoverished neighborhood. It wasn't the best neighborhood, and he watched a lot of different kids walking in, and he thought, this is going to be interesting. I want to see what happens when all these different types of students come in together. And he walked in, and he heard the most beautiful Bach music he had ever heard created by these kids. And it was interesting to see a student look like any regular student on the street transformed into an incredible artist. And he said, Indianapolis needs this. It's a place for everybody, and you can transform students by music.
And people come, mothers and dads and families bring their children in. Have you ever turned anybody away?
No, we have a place for everybody at the Indianapolis Children's Choir. The way Indianapolis Children's Choir is set up is that it's ability based. So we find out where you are on your journey, and then we place you accordingly.
And you teach people how to sing.
Yes. Yeah. So we take you from wherever you are and help move you along that journey.
Well, let's think about talking to a parent in Indianapolis, a mother who is. Why should someone join the Indianapolis Children's Choir?
It's going to make a unique impact on their life that is unlike anything else. Students are going to learn about history and, of course, art, technique, teamwork, leadership. One of the things that is the biggest takeaway from our alumni is not the music. It's how they learned how to be a better person, a better community member, a better leader, a better public speaker. I mean, we performed in, places all over the world, from the Vatican to Senator Lugar's funeral.
I was there. We were
that
gives
told,
me goosebumps.
Yeah,
I remember that.
We were told that that was some of the best music some of these people have ever heard, and that's a great compliment. And those kids, as you know from that, they sat there for over 2 hours, didn't move, and all taught through choir music.
Yeah, that patience, that discipline. It obviously you're injecting that into their lives. And what a better way to grow up and mature in learning teamwork and learning how to respond to a leader and to be a leader. And it's not just about music.
No, it's about so much more. We always think about sports teams teaching leadership and teamwork and coming together, and sometimes we forget about those musical ensembles. That musical ensembles, you learn about that person next to you, because you have to know how they breathe, how they're going to react to this music, and you are creating art in the moment. And what you create at that moment isn't even going to be the same the next time you create it. It's always going to be different. It's always spontaneous. And, audience members, people that come in here, the Indianapolis Children's Choir, will blow you away. What children can do is absolutely incredible, because the only thing that stands in the way of what a child can do is that person standing in front of them. If you say you can do it, they're going to do it.
Now, COVID. I always ask this.
When COVID hit, we pivoted quickly. We went online because the most important thing about the Indianapolis Children's Choir, it's going to surprise you, it's not the music. Not the music at all. The biggest, most important thing the Indianapolis Children's Choir does is create community. And we knew that we could not stop making sure these kids were a part of community. Specifically, the kids I work with are middle schoolers. And you think back to middle school, where do you get your identity? It's your community, the people that are around you. And so we made sure that anchor held firm during that time of COVID. So we'd meet online, but moving forward, since we've reopened and come out, we just stay on top of the latest research, stay on top of science, and make sure that we are providing a safe environment for all of our singers and families, and that we continue to give community in the best way we possibly can.
Well, what is your favorite part of your job? Because it sounds like something's different every day.
It is something that's different every day. I think the best part is being able to work with these amazing singers, the amazing family members, but also I get to work with some amazing colleagues, and the people at the Indianapolis Children's Choir, they're not just colleagues and friends, they really are a second family.
How can we listen? How can we listen? How can we find the Indianapolis Children's Choir?
Get online, go to our website, which is www.icchoir.org. Go on YouTube, just put in Indianapolis Children's Choir. We have an incredible YouTube channel. We are on Spotify, we're on iTunes. You can download us. We're anywhere on technology.
Well, I very much appreciate you joining me for another episode of Jim Merritt's Indiana podcast. And if you have a chance, go online and listen to the Indianapolis Children's Choir.